Did you know that after the age of 65, adults lose muscle twice as fast as they did in their younger years? And here's the shocking part, this muscle loss can quietly rob you of your energy, your balance, and even your independence. But what if I told you that the answer to fighting back is not complicated or expensive? In fact, the solution could already be sitting in your fridge. 3 simple cheeses, yes, cheese, can help rebuild strength and fight a condition called sarcopenia, which is the scientific name for age-related muscle loss. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Cheese. Isn't that full of fat and calories? Well, not all cheeses are created equal. Some are actually packed with the exact nutrients your body needs to slow down muscle loss and support bone health. These cheeses provide a special kind of protein, as well as amino acids and minerals, that your body craves as it grows older. Stay with me, because in this video we're going to uncover the 3 cheeses that can make the biggest difference for adults over 65. We'll also talk about how to add them to your meals in simple and delicious ways. And by the end of this video, you'll see why a small change in your daily eating habits could restore energy, improve strength, and give you back the confidence to keep living life on your terms. So, if you've been noticing weakness, slower recovery, or even trouble lifting simple items, don't go anywhere. What you're about to learn may be the turning point in your fight against muscle loss. Let's get started. Sarcopenia may sound like a complicated medical term, but the reality is very straightforward. It simply means losing muscle as we get older. And here's the truth, everyone experiences some degree of sarcopenia with age, but the rate at which it happens can vary widely depending on lifestyle, diet, and activity level. For some, it starts as early as age 40, and by 65 it accelerates dramatically. Why does this matter? Because muscle isn't just about strength. Muscle is your foundation for daily living. It helps you walk steadily, climb stairs, carry groceries, rise from a chair, or even just maintain balance on uneven ground. When muscles shrink and weaken, everything becomes harder, and the risk of falls and fractures skyrockets. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalization in seniors. And once independence is lost, it is often very difficult to regain. I want you to picture this. Someone who once walked briskly and carried shopping bags with ease now finds themselves struggling to stand up from a sofa. That slow shift doesn't happen overnight, it creeps in quietly through sarcopenia. You may start to notice smaller arms, weaker legs, or constant fatigue even when you're not doing much. The good news is that while sarcopenia is common, it's not inevitable. Scientists and doctors agree that nutrition plays a major role in slowing, stopping, and even reversing muscle loss. And this is where diet choices become powerful weapons. The right foods can rebuild muscle fibers, strengthen bones, and restore energy levels. Now, most people focus on exercise alone. And while exercise is important, food is the fuel that determines how strong and effective those workouts can be. Without the right nutrients, even the best exercise plan falls short. So the question becomes, what should you be eating after 65 to fight back against sarcopenia? And that's exactly where cheese comes in. Why nutrition matters. Many people assume that growing weaker with age is just part of life. But science shows us that nutrition plays a bigger role than most realize. Our muscles are built and maintained by proteins, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. Every bite of food we take is either fueling our body to stay strong, or leaving it undernourished and vulnerable. For seniors, protein intake is particularly important. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein to repair and build muscle. This means older adults need more high-quality protein compared to younger people to achieve the same results. Think of it like a car engine that used to run smoothly on 1 gallon of fuel, but now needs 1.5 gallons to cover the same distance. That's your body with protein after 65. But it's not only protein. Calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, and special amino acids such as leucine all play roles in protecting muscle and bone. A lack of these nutrients doesn't just lead to weakness, it accelerates sarcopenia and makes recovery from even small injuries much harder. Now, you might be wondering, where do we get all of these nutrients conveniently, affordably, and in a way that's easy to eat daily? This is where cheese becomes a powerful option. Cheese is not just a flavorful food, it's concentrated nutrition. Certain cheeses are protein-rich, packed with calcium, and contain muscle-boosting amino acids. Even better, cheese is versatile. You can add it to breakfast, lunch, or dinner without a complicated recipe. Of course, not every cheese qualifies. Some are too high in fat, sodium, or offer little in terms of muscle support. But a few special types stand out as being almost tailor-made for seniors who want to rebuild strength. And in the next section, we'll uncover why these three specific cheeses, cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta, are the stars of the show. So now that we've seen the danger of sarcopenia and the importance of nutrition, the next logical question is, what exactly should we eat? There are countless foods that contain protein, vitamins, and minerals, but not all are practical for older adults. Some are too expensive, some are hard to digest, and others don't provide the specific nutrients your body needs to fight muscle loss effectively. This is why cheese stands out as a hidden treasure. Think about it, cheese is affordable, easy to find, and incredibly versatile. It can be eaten on its own, added to simple meals, or even used as a snack in between. But beyond convenience, cheese is concentrated nutrition. In just a few bites, you get protein, calcium, and essential amino acids that your muscles crave. Unlike some protein powders or supplements, cheese is natural and has been part of traditional diets for centuries. But here's the key, not all cheeses are equal. While some types are mostly fat and sodium, others are packed with muscle-building protein and beneficial nutrients. That's where knowledge makes the difference. Choosing the right cheese could mean the difference between steady muscle repair and wasted calories. I've narrowed it down to 3 cheeses that provide the best support for rebuilding muscle over the age of 65. These aren't exotic or hard to find, you can pick them up at almost any grocery store. And once you know how to use them, they can easily become part of your daily meals without feeling like a chore. So, let's dive into the first one. This cheese is creamy, protein-rich, and surprisingly powerful for slow, steady muscle repair. If you guessed cottage cheese, you're right. Let's take a closer look at why cottage cheese is one of the best-kept secrets for fighting sarcopenia. Cheese number 1, cottage cheese. Cottage cheese might not look like much at first glance, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. This is one of the most powerful muscle-building foods for older adults. Why? Because it's packed with high-quality protein, particularly a protein called casein. Casein is unique because it digests slowly. Instead of giving your body a quick burst of protein that disappears in an hour, it provides a steady release of amino acids over several hours. That means your muscles are constantly supplied with the building blocks they need to repair and grow. For seniors, this slow release is especially important, because it helps prevent muscle breakdown that often happens overnight or between meals. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, a critical amino acid for stimulating muscle protein synthesis. Think of leucine as the spark that lights the fire of muscle growth. Without enough leucine, your body struggles to actually use the protein you eat. Cottage cheese delivers both the protein and the leucine needed to make sure your body gets the job done. Beyond muscle support, cottage cheese is also high in calcium, which strengthens bones and supports nerve function. For those who are lactose sensitive, many brands now offer lactose-free cottage cheese, making it more digestible. The best part is how easy it is to add to your meals. You can have cottage cheese at breakfast with fruit, mix it into smoothies, or even enjoy it with a sprinkle of cinnamon or honey. For a savory option, add herbs and eat it with whole grain crackers. When it comes to rebuilding muscle and maintaining strength, cottage cheese is an affordable, accessible, and highly effective option. It's not flashy, but it quietly delivers exactly what your body needs. And if cottage cheese is the slow and steady fuel, the next cheese is a powerhouse in a very different way. Let's talk about Parmesan. Cheese number 2, Parmesan. Parmesan is often thought of as a topping, something you sprinkle on pasta or salad. But did you know that this hard, aged cheese is actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can add to your diet? Parmesan is rich in protein, calcium, and phosphorus, all of which are essential for maintaining strong muscles and bones. Because Parmesan is aged, the nutrients inside are highly concentrated. Just a small serving, about 1 ounce, can give you nearly 10 grams of protein. That's a powerful punch considering how little you need to eat. This makes Parmesan especially useful for seniors who may struggle with appetite or prefer smaller portions. You don't need a large plateful to get the benefits. Another advantage is that Parmesan is naturally lower in lactose compared to many other cheeses, which makes it easier to digest for those with sensitivity. Its strong flavor also means a little goes a long way. You can enhance the taste of vegetables, soups, or whole grain dishes while boosting your protein and calcium intake. What makes Parmesan particularly important in fighting sarcopenia is its synergy of nutrients. The protein supports muscle repair, while the calcium and phosphorus strengthen bones. This combination reduces the risk of fractures and makes your body more resilient overall. Practical ways to add Parmesan include grating it over roasted vegetables, sprinkling it into soups, or even enjoying small shavings with fruit. It doesn't have to be limited to pasta. In fact, pairing Parmesan with high-fiber vegetables creates a powerful, nutrient-dense meal. So, while cottage cheese works as your slow, steady fuel, Parmesan acts as a concentrated booster shot. It's dense, flavorful, and designed to pack nutrition into small servings. Now, let's move on to the third cheese, one that's soft, creamy, and surprisingly powerful because it contains the same type of protein found in sports recovery shakes, whey protein. And that brings us to ricotta. Cheese number 3, ricotta. Ricotta is often used in Italian dishes, but it's much more than just a creamy filling for lasagna. Ricotta is one of the best cheeses for rebuilding muscle because it contains whey protein, the same type of protein you'll find in many athletic recovery shakes. Whey is fast digesting, which means it quickly delivers amino acids to your muscles right when they need them most. This makes ricotta especially useful as a recovery food after physical activity, whether that's a light walk, stretching routine, or resistance exercise. While cottage cheese fuels your muscles slowly, ricotta provides a quick burst of repair. Together, they balance each other beautifully. In addition to whey, ricotta is also rich in calcium, vitamin A, and essential fatty acids that support overall health. Its soft texture makes it easy to eat, even for those with dental challenges. You can spread it on whole grain toast, mix it into oatmeal, or enjoy it with berries for a delicious, nutrient-packed snack. What sets ricotta apart from other cheeses is its balance of being nutrient-rich while still being gentle on the stomach. For seniors who may have trouble digesting heavier foods, ricotta offers protein and nutrition in a light, creamy form. And here's a tip: choose part-skim ricotta if you want to enjoy all the benefits without excess calories. The protein remains high, but the fat content is reduced, making it an even smarter option for daily use. With ricotta, you're not just indulging in something delicious, you're giving your body the same type of fast-acting muscle fuel that athletes rely on, but in a softer, more natural form. This makes ricotta a perfect addition to your anti-sarcopenia toolkit. Now that you know which 3 cheeses are most powerful for rebuilding muscle after 65, the next question is, how do you add them to your daily diet in simple, practical ways? Because let's be honest, if it feels complicated, chances are it won't become a consistent habit. The goal is to make these foods part of your lifestyle without stress. Let's start with cottage cheese. One of the easiest ways to enjoy it is at breakfast. You can mix it with fresh fruit like berries or peaches, sprinkle a little cinnamon on top, and you've got a protein-packed meal to start your day. If you prefer savory, stir in some chopped herbs like chives or dill and spread it on whole grain toast. You can even blend cottage cheese into smoothies. It adds creaminess without overpowering the flavor. For Parmesan, think of it as your flavor booster. Instead of just sprinkling it on pasta, try grating a little over steamed vegetables, soups, or even baked chicken. The bold flavor means you don't need much, and every bite adds protein and calcium. You can also shave thin slices and pair them with apple or pear slices for a snack that combines protein, fiber, and natural sweetness. Now for ricotta. Its creamy texture makes it incredibly versatile. Spread it on whole grain crackers or toast for a quick snack. Add a spoonful into oatmeal or alongside fresh fruit for a balanced breakfast. Or use it in savory dishes. Mix it with spinach and stuff it into a baked sweet potato, for example. The key here is moderation and variety. You don't need huge amounts of cheese to see benefits. Small portions, eaten regularly, can deliver steady nutrition. Aim to rotate between these three so your body gets both the slow-digesting protein of cottage cheese, the nutrient density of Parmesan, and the fast-digesting whey protein in ricotta. By incorporating them into your everyday meals, you make muscle support a natural part of your diet instead of an extra chore. And when you combine this with other healthy habits, the results multiply. Now, let us look at extra tips to maximize muscle strength. Cheese can be a powerful tool against muscle loss, but to get the best results, you'll want to combine it with a few other key habits. Think of these as multipliers, small changes that, when paired with the right nutrition, dramatically increase your strength and resilience. First, pair your cheese intake with regular movement. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even simple resistance exercises, like using resistance bands, lifting light dumbbells, or doing bodyweight movements such as squats and push-ups, can stimulate muscle growth. The protein from cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta will then go directly toward repairing and strengthening the muscles you've used. Second, hydration is often overlooked. Protein metabolism requires water, and dehydration can make you feel weak and fatigued. Aim for steady fluid intake throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Even mild dehydration can slow down recovery and make sarcopenia worse. Third, balance is everything. While cheese provides excellent protein and calcium, your body also needs vitamins, minerals, and fiber from whole foods. Fresh fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains all play supporting roles in keeping your muscles and bones strong. Pairing Parmesan with vegetables, or ricotta with fruit, is more than just tasty, it's smart nutrition that covers multiple needs at once. Fourth, pay attention to timing. Eating protein-rich foods like these cheeses within a couple of hours after physical activity helps maximize recovery. A small bowl of ricotta with berries after a walk, or cottage cheese before bedtime to provide overnight muscle fuel, can make a noticeable difference. Finally, don't forget variety. Your body thrives when it gets nutrients from multiple sources. Cheese is powerful, but it works best alongside other high-quality proteins such as eggs, fish, or legumes. Think of it as part of a larger strategy rather than a single fix. When you combine the right cheeses with smart exercise, hydration, and balanced meals, you create a foundation that resists sarcopenia and keeps your body strong for years to come. So let's bring this all together. Sarcopenia, the muscle loss that comes with aging, doesn't have to steal your strength or independence. With the right choices, you can fight back and even rebuild what's been lost. And 3 simple cheeses, cottage cheese, Parmesan, and ricotta, are powerful tools in that fight. Cottage cheese provides slow, steady protein release that fuels your muscles for hours. Parmesan delivers concentrated nutrients in small servings, making it a convenient powerhouse. And ricotta, with its fast-digesting whey protein, acts as a quick recovery boost after activity. Together, they form a balanced trio that covers your body's needs at different times of the day. But remember, food works best when it's consistent. The real power comes when you add these cheeses to your diet in small, regular portions. Pair them with movement, hydration, and balanced meals, and you'll notice the difference, not just in strength, but in energy, mobility, and confidence. I want you to picture yourself 6 months from now. You're carrying groceries more easily, standing up from a chair without effort, and walking with steady balance. That's what happens when you fuel your body properly. Strength is not gone forever, it's waiting to be rebuilt. So here's your action step. This week, try adding one of these cheeses to your daily meals. Start simple. A spoonful of cottage cheese at breakfast, a sprinkle of Parmesan at lunch, or a creamy serving of ricotta with fruit at dinner. Then build from there. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it. It really helps spread the word. Subscribe for more practical, science-backed health tips for seniors, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And finally, Share this with a friend or loved one who could benefit from keeping their strength and independence as they age. Your body has carried you this far. Give it the fuel it needs to keep going strong.